Okay, hi everybody. It's Jennifer again. I'm sure some of you were just with me. Welcome, and today's class, or the next class today, the second class, is going to be on contractions. I've gotten a lot of questions about these, so I figured I would just do a nice quick class. For those of you who missed my last class, thank you to everyone for your patience. I had to cancel my classes this weekend due to a family illness, but everyone is okay. It was just a little crazy here with busy running around. Last class we just finished up, which was on how to pronounce the S when you add it to a word as a suffix. You can pronounce it 3 ways, so go check that class out if you're interested. And on Thursday, we're going to have 2 classes, one on ED endings and one on the flat T, which is when we make the T like a D sound in English. So you can check those out too. That's at noon and 12:30 on Thursday, and that is Chicago Central Time, USA. So I hope you can all see me. Okay, so, Omar, hello. Oh my gosh, you're here in the flesh. Okay, Arturo, hello from Honduras. And KSA, where is KSA? Please let me know that, because I'm not 100% sure. But welcome everybody. Okay, let's go ahead and jump right in and give this a go. I'm sorry, I'm trying to share my screen here and I lost my controls. There they are. Okay. Let me make this bigger over here. There we go. Okay, there we are. Okay. So everybody knows who I am. Let's move on. So today, again, we're talking about contractions, and we are going to talk about 4 different variations of contractions. We're going to go through when you add R to a word. Oh, from Saudi Arabia, hello. And hi, Nicholas. Nice to see you too. And just so you know, the flat T, whoever's comment that is, it is actually fairly easy. I'll teach you the rules. Once you know the rule, it's easy breezy. So we're going to talk today about the R when we make it a contraction: will, have, and had. For those of you who follow me, you kind of know my mantra. I want things to be as simple as possible. I really go for clarity and making sure people understand you. You don't have to be 100% perfect. Just have to be consistent, and you need to just kind of know the rules and apply. So with contractions, one caveat to keep in mind is you do not have to use contractions. I'm not a huge contraction user. I mean, yes, I do use them, but I tend to just say the words. So it's kind of up to you, but if you want to know contractions, here you go. So again, we're going to try to make this as easy as possible. So when we add R to a word to make it a contraction, think about saying whoer, there, we're, you're. So that is the easiest way to do it. So let me stop my screen sharing here so that you can see my face. Okay, so R, we're going to add that to a word: whoer, there, we're, you're. People do use different variations again, but I'm trying to go in for like a general rule here, and you can just add that okay? So I did say there, but a lot of people, and actually I teach this in one of my videos, you can just say there. So there, T-H-E-R-E, there, T-H-E-I-R, and there can all be pronounced as there. So there are variations of there. So you can say they or there. Both are correct. But again, I'm going for simplicity here. So let's try those all. Let me share my screen so you can follow along. Okay. So who are, whoer. They are there. We are, we're. You are, you're. Okay, so again, variations for all of these, but if you just want to stick with that rule, that's probably easiest to do. Okay, so then we have will, and we're adding that to a word. You have a couple of options. You can either say ol or just ul. Ul, which is sort of like a vowel plus the L, ul or ul. So we have who'll, they'll, we'll, you'll, I'll. Again, there are variations. You can say who'll, they'll, we'll, you'll, I'll. That being said, if you want to stick with the rule to make your life super easy, pick one of these and then just say the first word and then add the ul or the ul. Who'll, they'll, we'll, you'll, I'll. Okay, and let me show you my face with those. Hello. Who'll, they'll, we'll, you'll, I'll. Sometimes I say oh, really short. I even make that vowel a little bit shorter. But again, variations, but if you want to stick to a rule, that's usually easier when you're making your contractions. All right, now we're moving on to have. So let me share my screen with you again. Okay, so when you have a word plus have and you want to make it a contraction, just add a v sound. So the V sound, actually, let me show you my face for this one. I do hear a lot of mistakes with this one. So the V sound, let me write this down. You are going to bite your lip, and the W, you are going to pucker. Okay, so for the V, you can either bite the inside of your lip or the outside, or the air needs to keep going out of your mouth. The W sound, w, is more puckered. So we're going for this V. A lot of times I hear people say ba instead, and that's because they put their lips together. So we want with the air coming out. Okay, so let me show you these words again. Okay, so we have is going to be pronounced as v. Who've, they've, we've, you've, I've. So these are actually pretty easy. So let's try this together. Who've, they've, we've, you've, I've. Okay, awesome. And we have one more. Actually, let me read these with you watching me. Who've, they've, we've, you've, I've. Last one, we have had. So when we say had with a word, we are just going to say a D sound. So we have, add that D, who'd, they'd, we'd, you'd. Pretty easy for that one. Who'd, they'd, we'd, you'd. Let me show you my face. Who'd, they'd, we'd, you'd. Okay, awesome. So let's start back at the beginning. I'm going to show you my screen, and we're just going to practice all of those words one more time, and then I'm going to answer any questions. So if you have questions, go ahead and ask them now, and I will answer them in just a minute. Okay, so let's add the R, which we're going to pronounce as who'er, they're, we're, you're. And the ul, who'll, they'll, we'll, you'll, I'll. And then the V, who've, they've, we've, you've, I've. And then had with the D, who'd, they'd, we'd, you'd. Okay, keep in mind one final thing if we go back one more time. when you add this it's going to sound like an extra syllable. Whoer, theyer, we're, you're. But again, with variations, people might just say whoer, theyer, we're, your. And then in that case, you will syllable. So there are a couple of variations for this. Same thing for the will. It could sound like another syllable. Who'll, they'll, we'll, you'll, I'll. But it could be shortened to just who'll, they'll, we'll, you'll, I'll. Or I'll. And then for the have, it's just going to be adding a sound, no extra syllable. Who've, they've, we've, you've, I've. And same thing for the had, you're just going to add a D sound. Who'd, they'd, we'd, you'd. Okay, so let's check out these questions. Omar, I'm so glad you finally caught me. It's so nice. I feel like I talk to you all the time in the comments section. So it's so good to have you here live with me. Hi, Nicholas. I am from Chicago. However, I did grow up in the Pittsburgh area of Pennsylvania and sort of south in the state in the Southwest, like near West Virginia and Ohio. Lived in California for a while, so I'm a little bit from here and there. And yes, please interrupt and ask me a question. Molecule. Okay. Good question. Okay. Had to think about that for a second, how to teach it. Okay. So we don't say molecule. No, even though that's how the spelling looks. We say molecule. So mol, real nice open mol, super short schwa syllable, mala, mala, and then we end with the cule. Yule. There's actually like a y in there. You, like the word you. Let me rewrite that. Yule, cule, molecule, 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 molecule. Let's see. When we use who, do we use who or, has or have? Who has, who have? Has. Did I say that wrong? Who have, yeah, you're right. I totally made a mistake. You're right. My total mistake. I think my brain is not working because I've been a little crazy with some family health issues. But you were right. It should be whose. I am so sorry. You are correct. Whose. So I'm going to make a note in my comments section. So sorry about that. Thank you for catching that. And then how often do people talk with contractions and abbreviations? A lot. People use them all the time, but it is a personal preference. You don't have to use them. But in English, we do use a lot of linking. And so that means that when we have words and phrases, we tend to say them without a pause in between them. And so then that's where contractions come in, because we make reductions in the length of the vowel sounds and we take out some sounds to make everything fit together. Yeah, that cule is the hard part. That really is. That was hard to even think about. Anything else, anyone? Okay, it looks like no. Thank you so much for being here. Sorry for my mistake. I appreciate that you pointed that out. I'm really sorry about that. And if you are looking to get a little more practice in, check out my books that are on iTunes. I also have books on Google Play. Search Jennifer Tarle for those. Also, I have different sound chapters for each sound in the English language on my website, tarlespeech.com, and those have videos and audio examples with them and practice word lists and sentences. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments section below. Please share my stuff with your friends. Give us a like. Don't forget to subscribe, all that good stuff. And thank you so much. And thank you. That's so nice, Arturo, telling me I'm pretty. I really appreciate that. You are so, so kind. Can it be molecule? No, you're adding an extra in there. It's not molecule. It's molecule. Think of the word molecule. Molecule. So 3 beats. Molecule. Okay. And I think that is it. Okay. And thank you, Raphael, for helping out. What does that mean? Molecule? Can you clarify that for me? I don't really know what that means. Are you doing a translation for me? Okay. All right. Well, thank you, everyone, for being here. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate you, which is why I'm doing these 13 days of classes. So again, thank you so much. And if you have any questions, leave them in the comments section below, or come on over to Tarle Speech. I might have your answers there, and I'm always happy to help. So thank you so much for all of your support. Bye, everybody.